Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sideline Talks. I'm your host, Kareem,
I'm KJ,
where we go beyond the game.
beyond the scoreboard.
So, today we got something we're going to talk about that is probably has hit the global stage. I know that there's a World Cup that's going on right now as we speak,
Yeah,
but something even bigger happened. So, we're going to get into that in a second. But first, we want to start with our opening kickoff, where we want to welcome you all here to our podcast. And it's a father and son podcast. And the vision of this is that we want to be able to have conversations surrounding sports.
Yep.
What else?
school
Uh-huh.
and things that we have to do with father and sons.
Yeah.
Things to talk about. Men to boy, or boy to boy.
Or boys to men.
Yeah, boys.
All right. So let's introduce our topic for
Okay.
today, because I think that's what the people are here for, right? Yeah. So there's a couple things we're going to talk about today. Number one is the Knicks are champs, baby. Let's go. I thought it was going to be Knicks in 4, but it was Knicks in 5. I guess we had to have some suspense.
Yeah, because if you watch the game 4, or the rest of the games, I'm saying this right now, refs, you were horrible. I'll say that right now.
You just going to call them out, huh?
I am going to call him out. Because there's no way how you don't call Wemby goaltending all the time. But when somebody else on the Knicks is about to block the shot, you call it goaltending. That does not make no sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Right? But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're going to give it a second. Hold that thought. The other thing we're going to talk about today is Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Brunson has a story that is just remarkable.
Yes.
Him as a kid, his dad playing for the Knicks, him watching the Knicks all his life, going through his journey, and then finally getting to this moment. 27 years later from the 99, when they were in the championship against the Spurs.
Yeah.
Losing to the Spurs. So there's definitely some retribution there. So we're going to get into that in a little bit, but let's do some updates really quick. So what's the highlight from your week?
Well, definitely the Knicks game, they winning.
I have to say the same thing. The Knicks is that's the highlight.
Yeah.
That is the highlight for the week. And what about, are there any wins that you had this week, just in general at school?
This was the win.
That was the win. So the Knicks was the win.
Yeah.
So for this week, like that's our update.
Yeah. That's
the Knicks have won the national championship. So yeah,
congratulations.
It don't get no better than that.
Yes.
Yeah, congrats to the Knicks. So let's get into the story about the Knicks, but more particularly Jalen Brunson, right?
Yep.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever been told that you weren't good enough for something?
No. I actually haven't. But I have actually then. I told myself that I wasn't good enough.
Okay.
I told myself I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Don't want to do this no more.
Can you give us a story, like an example of that? What comes to mind?
Maybe basketball.
Okay.
When I played basketball.
Yeah.
When we're always down, I feel like I just want to quit and end the game down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned that when you feel bad for yourself, it's not helping. You got to have self-discipline. That's for all the kids out there in the world. You have to have self-discipline and the good mind.
Well, I think we saw that throughout this year, but definitely with this last series.
Yes.
I mean, with the Knicks being down.
Basically all the games.
Yeah, all the games, right?
Yeah.
And having like these what seemed like miraculous comebacks. But one thing is for certain, though. I didn't see quit in any one of the Knicks players. Like, they just kept going. So why do you think that's important? Just for someone like yourself who's growing up, playing sports, like, why is that important just to have that mentality? Like, you told me one time, right?
Yeah.
Game number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 3 or game? It was game 4.
Game 4.
Game 4. I was watching the game. Then I went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then Mom woke me up and was like, the Knicks won. And I was like, what? So, but I went to sleep. Because I'm like, okay, they're down by 20-something points. We'll catch them the next game. But why do you think it's important to have like that attitude? Like, you can't quit. Because you said, hey, you got to play the whole 48 minutes.
True. And And what I did say is that even though they're down by 29 points, what happened next? I told my bus driver that the Knicks were going to win the national championship. I kept my word on that. And what happened? They won the championship. That means never give up. It might be joking around for us little kids, but when you grow up and you actually feel the mentality, it's going to be a whole different world and setting that you have. Be humble. Don't be flashy. Be self-disciplined. If you're not self-disciplined, you're not going to make it. You don't want to be a lazy bum sitting on the couch. No offense, but still.
Well, let's talk about Jalen Brunson, right? Yeah. So, coming out of Jersey, he's 6'2".
6'2".
Right?
People called him undersized. He wasn't big enough.
Yep.
Wasn't tall enough.
Not athletic enough.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things, but yet he still was able to take his team to a national championship. What do you think was like going through his mind? I don't know if you watched the documentary that was on YouTube. You probably didn't see it. But what are your thoughts on, like, how do you think he got there?
His dad, definitely. Yeah. Because from my hears, NBA kids turning to NBA players, some of their parents played in the NBA before. So maybe Jalen Brunson's dad was coaching him all through his life. And this happened. Plus, he played during, he just recreated the moment that happened some year, in the
90s?
Yeah, the 90s. Mm-hmm. He recreated it again. And his dad probably taught him to never give up on what you want to do.
Well, I'll tell you, from what I saw, though, KJ, his dad was pretty tough on him.
Yeah, so let's see about that. So when I go to football training sometimes, I hear mental toughness from parents, from their kids. I'm going to say that right now. Someone that I train with has a pretty tough dad on him. You know why? Because he wants the best for him. It doesn't matter how hard he is, how he yells at him. He still loves him. It's called tough love.
Do you think there's a balance to that, though?
Oh, yeah.
There has to be. Yeah. So talk about, the balance that you think is important.
Tough love is you're being tough on them. You're gonna roughen them up more. But here's the thing. You have love for them still. That's your kid. If you're just being tough on them, that means no love. All it is just power through and power through. Where's that love at? There's no love then. Then your kid just doesn't want to do nothing no more. Then you get on so much more at the point that he just wants to quit. He don't want to do nothing else. He feels like he's in that sad aroma or in a little bubble that he doesn't want to come out no more.
Yeah, and I've seen that before.
It's happened a lot.
Yeah, where people, their parents or dads particularly, because this is a father-son show, are really tough on their kids, but they don't also provide the building up. It always feels like it's tearing down.
Yeah.
But there also has to be a build up, too. At least that's what I try to do with you.
Yeah. So at home, it's he's dad. He's fine. He's kind. He's jokeful.
I didn't pay him to say that, by the way.
Yeah. But when we're on the football field or basketball court, it's coach, no dad. You know why? Because you can't get into that little state that it's still your dad, but you want to say, oh, you want to go easy. No. If he's your coach, then you got to go harder than ever. From what I hear is some of my teammates that played on basketball, that they have a coach. His dad is kind off the court, but in the court, he's in game mode. He does not care right now about dad. He cares about coach.
So here's a couple lessons that I think we can get from the Jalen Brunson story. Is that one, your circumstances don't define you. Right, so he's 6'2".
He's athletic, though.
He's athletic. Yeah, he can shoot.
He can dunk.
Crazy jumper. But the NBA has, this thing where they got 7 5-footers, right? You got a 7'7". You got 6'9", 6'11".
Yep.
Right, but the height is cool and it works, but what do you think it really is that really separates somebody from being a good athlete to being a great athlete?
Well, when you talk about height, I'm going to say this right now. If you have a lot of height, but you're not good, you're just using that as a crutch. Because if you can't do nothing and you're only using your height to advantage, that doesn't mean nothing. Like, if you're terrible and you play basketball and you have height, people are going to block you. And you got to get in the way because you're probably skinny too. So, don't use it as a crutch to think like, oh, my height, I'm too big, I'm too tall to tower against this defender. No, it's not how it works.
So you think that when people have an advantage, they don't try as hard?
They don't use it as much as they need to use it. All the big centers, they use it because, first off, they're playing in the NFL. No, NBA, professional league, all the pros. But don't use it as a crutch. Tell you that right now. Take your height as an advantage to other people. Because if you have mad height and you train, eat right, work out, you're going to be really good. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So you got to put the work in.
Got to put the work in.
So it don't matter really what height. I mean, you could be 5'11". There's 5'11" people in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
I think the point is that you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
So the second lesson I got here is leadership isn't always loud. So Jalen Brunson isn't a person who is very loud about things. He's very like focused and
very quiet.
Yeah.
On the court. Well, it's just his self-esteem that he has and the standard that he puts himself to. Because he has some type of standard that like means no like drinking and stuff unless it's the championship because that's a special moment. But like no, not doing nothing wrong. Praise the Lord. Work out. Hang out with family. That's a good standard. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah. So then the last lesson is you got to keep showing up.
Oh, yeah.
So
can't quit.
Can't quit, right? So tell us about that time I think you were 8. It was your first time in a football game situation. And you ran the ball.
Oh, yeah, I remember this one.
So talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So when I was 8, I was on football. Was it this in the game?
It was in a scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, it was in a scrimmage. So I was doing a scrimmage against, I think it was Sideline. I ran the ball, but I went backwards because I was too scared to get hit. And I didn't want to get hit. So I just ran away. But then somebody told me, like, it's okay if you get hit because you can just get right back up and don't quit. I thought about quitting too. I didn't want to do it. I thought it was not for me. What I do next is I ran the ball. I think I scored like 5 times. And then the coaches.
This is over a period of time, though.
Oh yeah, over a period of time though.
You finally got to a point where.
Yeah, it didn't matter how big or how small you was. I'm gonna take you seriously. If you're big, then I'm gonna try to come at you. Like I don't care if I get trucked. I'm gonna try to take you to the ground. Now I'm on A team now. It's been a long journey, but there's bigger boys.
Yeah.
Say that right now. Bigger weight, bigger height, and faster. So that's why I've been
That's why you've been training, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting ready. Remember I said last year, biggest thing is you got to get your body ready.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. And you saw this past year.
I did way better.
Way better.
And some of my teammates don't even train like that. Some of them have different sports. But here's the thing. That keeps them in shape, though. Because they're running back and forth.
Yeah. Everybody's training in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, everybody doesn't do just all football all the time. Actually, it's recommended that you don't do football all the time. You know, you do other things and also to get some rest. But that's also important, too, is that you want to get that rest.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do Coaching Corner. So here's a lesson. Don't let others write your story. So what this here is people often judge your potential based on your parents, right? So they might look at you and be like, oh, he's not that tall or he doesn't look that fast. But then
when you go in there, it's
and then
different.
they're like, oh, shoot, like, oh, he's actually pretty good. We got to watch him, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't let other people write your story, man. We have to be confident in ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Next is like, it isn't our responsibility to convince anybody that we're good, right? Or we're able to do something. Like, we don't have to do that. And lastly, it's not our responsibility to keep preparing, or it is our responsibility to keep preparing until the opportunity arrives. So this is why I talk to you all the time, right? Like especially with basketball, it was like I don't get
Get the rock
as much. I'm like, well, that's fine, but play defense. But when it's your time and you have the ball, do something good with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same with football. When your opportunity comes, and that's really what happened with Jalen Brunson, is that when who was the starting point guard for the Timberwolves at the time? Was it Jokic?
Nah, he was not on the.
No,
he's on the Nuggets.
It's somebody, but the player got hurt, and then Jalen Brunson had his opportunity and went in. He took that opportunity.
But that's the Mavericks.
That's the Mavericks. That's right, not Timberwolves, the Mavericks. And so that's how he got the starting.
Yeah,
he got the starting job because
that was Luka.
Yeah, Luka. That's what it was. So when he got the opportunity, he took it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I talk to you about, right? Is that when it's your opportunity, man, you got to take advantage of the opportunity.
Don't waste your time on it.
Yeah.
Waste time.
Prepare. Because then when it comes time, you'll be ready. We used to say back in the day, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. All right, KJ. Now we're down to your talk. Or your take on things. So questions for you. What do you like most about Jalen Brunson? We got to do fast questions here.
Okay. What I like most about him is his heart over height.
Okay.
Pure energy that he has.
Okay. If you were on a championship team, what role would you want?
I don't want the starting role because I don't want to feel like I want to take all the greed. But I want to be like a man who could take roles if somebody gets injured.
How'd you do that though?
Because I don't like really trying to step over people trying to get their thing over. But it's like if I have the opportunity, I'll take it then.
Why would you want to be like the lead person out there, like you have already? You were in a championship game and y'all won during football season.
Yeah, but I just want people not always to have the spotlight. I want people to have like the spotlight and the things that make them good.
So don't you know that as a leader, you can give other people the spotlight, right? So if you're like in Jalen Brunson's situation, right? Jalen Brunson might have helped get them back, but you know who got the
there's other people.
Right, there's other people.
Cat.
Yep, OG tipped in that ball.
Yep.
Right?
Game winning shot.
Gave somebody else an opportunity.
Mikal.
Yep.
Robinson.
Mikal Bridges, yeah.
All the people.
So one of the things I've been talking to you about is being a leader isn't always about you doing everything yourself. It's about bringing other people into the fold.
Yes.
That's leadership. When you bring the whole team together and have them work together.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the one doing everything. You could be the one orchestrating.
Yeah.
So I would think a little bit differently about that. All right, last one we're going to do is who is someone your age that inspires you?
Honestly, I would say kids on the internet, like going viral, like any type of like football or basketball people. I would say Devin Hester's son, Drayton. Devin Hester.
Yeah, he was fast.
The greatest kickoff returner. Ever in the history in the NFL. I would say his son, and then for basketball, I would probably say the Chosen Sons. Because their dad's tough on them, but still loves them at the same time. Trying to make them get better. Because when you try to accomplish a dream, it takes a lot of work and dedication. And don't forget about them grades. The grades matter.
That's right. All right, 2-minute drill. So, favorite Knicks player all time?
I like Cat. Your favorite player is Brunson.
No, my favorite player is John Starks.
Who's that?
He was part of the 90s team.
Oh.
How about, would you rather play at Madison Square Garden or the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's tough. The Super Bowl has a lot more fans, but they're not usually as hype as the Knicks are when they win games. Because if you saw the moments on the internet, on YouTube shorts that you see those people are going crazy.
Yeah, they still are.
Like they're hanging on the what they called? Like they give the light on the roads.
Oh, the street lights.
Yeah, they were hanging on there doing pull-ups. They were jumping on medical transportation. Cause I heard that a Spurs fan got seriously injured because Knicks.
And that's terrible.
Yeah, I don't understand why would you do that. It's a game. I know you're excited. I know that you have a lot of joy in your heart because the Knicks won, because that's probably your favorite team. But there's no point in the way that you should hurt someone.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? All because he's on a different team that you don't like?
Well, supports a different team.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'll say that I don't like him. I wouldn't say I won't try to hurt him, though.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Last one. One word to describe a champion.
Mentality.
I like that. All right, we're getting into the final whistle now, my friend. So, some key takeaways for today's podcast. I want to thank you so much for listening, watching us, in the conversation. If you have any comments, feel free to shoot us a comment, shoot us a question. And the takeaway that we want to talk about is the Knicks didn't become champions overnight. Last year, they lost in the Eastern Conference Final. Lost in the Eastern Conference Final. And once it was over, I think they took maybe like a week off.
Get right back into it.
And they went right back into it. So they've been working.
The Villanova team. If you watch the Villanova team, they won 2 championships at that team. It was a lot of good players who got to the Knicks. But not everybody was on the Knicks when they got drafted. Jalen Brunson, he was on the Mavericks. Then he got traded.
Yeah, Cat was with who?
Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mikal was already there.
Okay.
And then everybody else probably come from a different team.
Yeah.
So
They were. And then last one is Jalen Brunson didn't become a star overnight.
If you've seen his dad highlights, go watch him now if you haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Because when he played back then in the 90s for the Knicks, when they played the Spurs, he was probably dominating. And the only person, or should I say, that when he hit 45 points in a NBA Finals was Michael Jordan. Because back then, nobody was better than him. I'm saying that right now. Don't judge me. You might say that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is better than Michael Jordan. Okay. I don't say Michael Jordan's still a GOAT in the 90s. You know why? Because everybody was scared to play him. Nobody wanted to play him.
Yeah. It was tough.
Yes.
He was something to watch back then. I will tell you that. All right, let's get down to a challenge that we have each time we do this episode. So here's a challenge for everybody. Number one is write down one goal that you're pursuing.
Yeah.
So number two is write down one obstacle that is getting in your way. And number three is identify one action you can take this week to move closer to your goal or whatever your goal is. And then last, share it with somebody and hold each other accountable. So that's our show.
That's the challenge.
Yes. And then we'll see you all next week. And again, thank you for listening to
Sideline Talks.
Thank you for listening to Sideline Talks, where we go beyond the game,
beyond the scoreboard.
All right. Peace
We'll
out.
See you later. Peace.